Today we're on Eamonn and Darren Healy, who are farming in partnership here in Red Cross in County Wicklow. It's a great day, bit of a cool breeze, but a great day. Darren, how are things at
Things
the
are
minute?
going.
Cows milking well?
Cows milking very well. They're milking 27 litres. Just gone over 2 kilos of milk solids. Grazing conditions are perfect at the moment. They're going at pre-grazing yields about 1500, and they're very content on them and cleaning out.
So you said this year you've got over 2 kilograms of milk solids out of the cows, and currently on 2 kilograms of meal, which this is the first time you said you've got over that level.
First time that I can ever remember getting over the magical 2 kilos mark. It's AI and breeding starting to pay off and changing the profile of the herd genetically. So it is.
Okay, and probably better grassland management
Grassland
as well.
management has a lot to do with it.
And I suppose, listen, we've had massive growth in the last couple of weeks here, over 50 in the last 2 weeks, which is very high for April. As you see across the way, you've taken out some silage fields out of it from the first round that you didn't get to graze. Darren, how many hectares have you taken out, and when are you going to bale it?
12 acres, and they're to be baled tomorrow morning. They were first round ones that just got too heavy on wet ground, so second round was getting too heavy and we had no choice but to take them out.
Yeah, so you were trying to get back to 1500
pre-grazing yield, so it is. So we're back there now, and it's paying off in milk yield.
Okay. So currently you're milking 268 cows. There's about 20 cows in the second mob that are lame or
thin or just need a little bit of extra attention, and there's 6 or 7 cows left to calve at the moment.
Okay. So I suppose the big thing here is you're now preparing for the breeding season. As you can see, all the cows have been tail painted. We can see the red on the cows there. What are you doing at the minute, recording wise, Darren?
They've been all tail painted. Everything is recorded at milking time and wrote down in the calendar. At the moment, we are going to top up the tail paint once a week, and then before breeding, anything that has paint left on them will be sent for pregnancy check or for pre-breeding check by a vet.
Okay.
So it is, and see if there's any problems arising then.
I think it's interesting this morning you said to me that you clipped all the cows and you cleaned up all the freeze banding. You've all that done.
Freeze band to make it easier to identify, to get numbers, that there's no misrecording of numbers and things. Tails are being clipped to make it easier for AIing and tidier, and just to make life that bit easier for when we're doing the AI.
So you've all your bulls picked. I think they're up in Sire Advice. You've a good team of bulls picked.
There's 9 bulls in the team, all picked. So the average EBI is 252, and then we have 3 Angus stock bulls bought for cleaning up after 6 weeks AI. So
okay,
at the moment we're set up and nearly everything ready for breeding.
Okay, and you've done some vaccinations on the bulls and cows there recently?
All bulls, cows have been leptode and IBR. Okay. So it is.
So they're all
everything's up to date and done and dusted. So all we have to do now is spot and wait for cows to come budding.
And I suppose the last thing just to mention is you've some land burnt off for reseeding.
That's right, yeah. We have 5 hectares taken out for reseeding. We have a 3-way mix of seed picked for it, and that will be sprayed, sown in probably the next 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, so I think it's Dunluce, Aston Energy and Abra Magic is a 3-way mix.
Yeah.
Okay. Eamon, have you add there? You're very quiet. I've never known you to be this quiet.
With the sun shining, what questions could you have? Cows milking well and weather good for a change. It's been a tough spring with the change and cows in and out and not being able to graze and standing them off and so forth. But we got through it, and the new parlour is making a good bit of difference already, even though we're only in it a week. It's cut the milking in almost half, so we're looking forward to an easier summer.
Yeah, so the new parlour, the size of the new parlour, Eamon?
It's 24 unit with room for another 12, which will make it 36. Plan is for one man to milk in it in the summertime, auto wash, auto draft, and cheaper feeders, the pig feeders in it. But so far we'll be very happy with it. A few more little bits to be done on it and tidying up all around it, but it's more or less as planned.
Okay, so it's a big change for the system here, having that parlour.
Yeah.
Okay, and you also built the 200 cubicles.
200 outdoor cubicles. They worked very well. This winter was an ideal winter for them anyhow, as it wasn't very wet, but we would never see ourselves covering it, I don't think, even though we've left facilities in it, pillars, that we can cover it, but there's a lot of other money to be spent on the farm before we would cover it. The cows done very well in it and were very healthy, so we were happy with it overall.
And you've had 2 labour units here for the spring and currently?
Yeah, two labour units doing a 5-day week for the spring, so it is until the end of 6 weeks of breeding. So
Okay.
and then it'll be reduced back to 1 full-time labour unit and myself.
Okay. And all the heifers are gone contract
All the heifers
reared.
are contract reared, which has tidied up the system, left it simpler. That works reasonably well. Once they hit the weights, the contract rearer weighs them, and the main thing is to make sure he hits the weights all the time.
Okay.
It's working quite well. We'd be happy with it in general.
Okay, very good. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Thanks,
Yeah.
lads. Best of
Lovely.
luck for
Thanks,
the rest of
Richie.
the year. Thank you.
You-